All right. Very quick review of Challengers. Maybe this gets a part two just because I have to do it real quick. But I liked it right off the bat. I liked it. That was a good film. Um, Especially like that detail, where he tells them like, "Hey, if you guys eloped together, serve the ball how I serve it, right?" And then we see like it comes full circle, right? Towards the end of the film, he serves the ball that way, and then he even does like a head nod and a smile. And he gets it, right, and she's confused because she doesn't know that they had this is so old. This is like 13 years ago ish, 8 ish fucking years. It's a long time, but they had this thing established. And so she's there and she's confused, like, what the fuck, like, what's going on, like, why is he looking at him? I like that he stopped looking at her at that point and he's just paying attention to him, right? And then they're like smiling when they're playing, so it's almost like, hey, we both got played here, kind of, right? In a sort of a way. Or like they both said, why we let this girl come in between our friendship? And then he goes over they're getting closer, right? And they do this cool thing with the movie where they have the ball, we have the angle, or like the point of view of the ball when it's being hit. So that's really cool too. I like that detail as well. And fucking so yeah, it's like they're both being played, I guess, in some regard like that. And like fucking I guess that maybe they make up by the end of it. And because she tells him, I want you to lose because and she tells Art, like, oh, I'm gonna leave you if you don't win, right? Because that was like the elephant in the room. That feels like that was obvious. But then, oh my god, what's the other guy's name? I don't even remember. The guy with the big ears, right? He says to her, because he says, hey, I need to talk to you. And then like he's like, I'm gonna smoke, he's got the cigarettes, but she doesn't smoke, but he's like, hey, I gotta talk to you, let's go out, okay, and let's talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. But he tells her, like, he wants to retire, like, you can see it, the writing on the wall, it's obvious, you're denying it, but it's true, he wants to fucking retire that shit. And then we know that she had an affair with him in Atlanta, and he said, does Art know about Atlanta? So Art, I guess he has an idea. I guess he does know, right? Because he saw them together, and then when he looks away because the fan got his attention, he was nice to the fan. He looks back, they're gone. So, so I guess maybe he knows that something happened in Atlanta, right? He had a big ears guy. The guy, I can't remember his name at the moment. Patrick wins her first initially, right? But then it's and Art's jealous by this. It's this movie's rated R for, like, I guess, intense sex scenes, but their scenes aren't intense at all. Actually, we never even see like full-blown sex. It's just like some making out, some petting, touching, maybe some skimpy clothing, right? Some revealing clothing. But it's again, it's kind of funny that it's rated R, right? Of course, like, and it's just that. I mean, there's cursing in it, obviously, but that's kind of tame, is it? Yeah, this film, what else did I like about it? The point of view with the ball thing. I like how, so it was easy for me to follow, right? The whole, like, structure. I like that they kind of look a little younger in the shots, when they're young, and then when they're old, they kind of, at least to me, I kind of, okay, it looks like he's a little younger here in this shots and stuff. They're like, and they're best friends. I like that we established, right, that Art's married to her and they have a kid together. And then, right, that's what we established in the beginning. But obviously from the trailer, we know that they were both involved with her. So then it's kind of interesting. Like, well, now we have to know how this, like, whole thing I like how it's paced like that. How we have the beginning part at Pat's Tire, whatever the fuck, in New Rochelle, New York, place Terminate. I think it's a challenger too, and that fact's important as well. The fact that it's like a smaller time game, and what they want, the smaller time game, is to get into the bigger one, right? And they tie at the end. They have tie at the end as well. They also have a tie at the end. Yeah, this movie is nice. I liked it. Had some nice, I guess it's a drama, I guess. Fucking, Patrick's not as successful as Art's successful, right? And he says, like, Art's gonna retire, but what he's gonna do? He's gonna go on the talk shows and talk about the game, maybe do a little commentary here and there. He's still gonna have like somewhat of a career within the field. But the other guy, he's like, well, with me, I do have a lot more to lose because I'm not professionally, I'm still kind of an amateur here. And And you can see obviously he's not 20, right? He's not a young kid anymore. He's getting older, and his career is not getting anywhere. And so it's yeah, that's just that's a little funny thing about it, is it? They went to Stanford, I guess, that college Stanford. I like that we get Art's mom helping out with the daughter. That was nice to see her helping out with the daughter. I like that Patrick says to the, to Art, hey, I hope your grandma dies of a stroke. And then when Patrick sees Zendaya's character in Natashi, that was her name, Natashi in Atlanta, and they have their little kind of romantic moment together. Fucking, what was I thinking of? Fucking, oh my gosh, I was thinking something in my head. Natashi says, Art, not Art, Patrick asks about the grandma. Oh, it was Natashi says from the grandma, like the ring was his grandmother's. Oh, she died with a stroke, right? And it kind of came full circle, like, holy shit, I told him, like, I hope your grandma dies of a stroke. And then that bitch really died from a stroke. Yeah, I liked this movie. I liked it. It was entertaining. I'm still curious what other people have to say about it. It's for me it was fine. It's long. It definitely, I guess you feel the runtime on it, I guess. I mean, it's long. But at some point I said the movie has to be ending soon. It has to be coming to a close. And it ended sort of like, I feel like there's, like, at least for me, there was a point where I'm like, okay, it has to end soon. Like, it can't be continuing any further more than this. Like, it has to be sort of, we're at the end point, I think, of this film, and we can call it quits now. And it did. It ended quite close to that. Yeah, this movie is I liked it. It was entertaining. It's my favorite kind of technique scene, whatever, is when they hit those fucking tennis balls, and we get the point of view of the tennis balls, and then we even get the point of view of the player, like at the video game. It's the point of view of the players does that sequence doesn't last too long, right? And then we got the ball scene lasted just long enough. It's I guess it was nice. I like that little details that they did. Oh, let me address this. The score of the movie. The score is okay. It's interesting. It's definitely different, I guess. It's not. It caught me off guard with the electronic type music. But then when they have scenes where it's quiet, I think that was sort of establishing, well, what kind of, we need high energy for this, because like otherwise tennis is just it's quite quiet, right, if you're just watching them hit the ball, but it's high energy, and so the music, I guess, sets the tone of, like, you need to feel what the players are feeling. What they're feeling is like high energy right now. They're just right hitting that ball. And then when they have somber moments in the film, and these soft somber moments are like fucking, like, oh my god, they have some funny scenes in this film where, like, it's like, I guess, kind of more touchy, a slower scene, and they have these soft somber songs that they sound sort of old and dated. I don't know, they're just kind of funny to me. The funniest one was when they were talking on the beach in the beach scene when they're smoking. It's the music that was playing during that scene was interesting, to say the least. It gave me some sort of like kind of old soap opera vibes. I don't know. And then they had another like soft, melodramatic kind of song. When Natasha had her injury and she's like sitting on the tree and the camera's like panning into her face. Oh, that was kind of funny. Yeah, okay, so gotta end the video here. But yes, what's this film called again? Fucking Challengers. Movie thoughts, rating 5 stars. I liked it. My opinions, thoughts on it. Thank you for watching.